girl Joy, back with another video, honey. Okay, this video is gonna be all over the place. I'm like, my brain does feel a little scattered today. Okay, I've been trying to multitask. I got my computer here, trying to edit, trying to cook, trying to think of stuff for my classroom. Wait, calm down, Joy, calm down. Okay, before I go any further, if this is your first time tuning in into this chaos, yes, chaos, the channel where I turn my lemons into lemonade, honey, what else I'm gonna do? I gotta keep it moving. I got 3 kids. All they have is me. I gotta do what I can do the best I can. So with that said, welcome to the family. If you decide to stick around and join, subscribe, but make sure you hit your post notifications. I just learned that you have to hit the all button so the next time you know I upload a video. Just don't watch the drama stuff. You gotta watch it all, honey. Watch it all. It's all good, child. From the thumbnail, you already know what I'm making. So, hunty, I'm gonna show you how I make this thing. So if you're having some friends over and you need a cheap idea, but that's good, trust and believe me, it's gonna be good, because I make everything good, honey. Everything is good. Yes, I talk a lot too. Yes, I'm extra. Yes, if you don't like any of those things, just click off, go to a dry channel. That's what you do, okay? So anyway, so I got my potatoes here. Can you see me? Is that good? Is that good? How you doing? How are you doing? Just tell Mama Bazzle how you feeling. You know, some days there are good days and bad days, but don't let the bad days take over your good days, okay? Because I get a lot of bad days, but I still try to have good days. You know what somebody said to me? Hold on a minute, I'm gonna get to the dish, okay? Just hold on. But you know what somebody said to me the other day? You don't look like you going through something. I said, well, goddamn. I refuse to look beat down and broke down. Why? Just because I am, don't mean I gotta look like it too? Good God, get yourself together, woman. Put some makeup on, get a new unit on your head. Just do something with yourself. And when you do something with yourself to make yourself look better, I swear to God, you start to feel better. I swear to God. Child, let me get to these potatoes. Maybe I need to give you something to drink first. But let me start to boil the water first, because you got to boil your potatoes first. That's what I'm going to do. I don't boil potatoes too much. But anyway, if I'm having an event, hunty, this is going to do it. Ooh. And I need gloves. I don't have no gloves. I thought I found a glove. I used all my gloves. I had a whole box of gloves. All right, let's get going. On the stove, okay, for mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are mashed potatoes. You put a little butter, a little milk, salt and pepper, you good. What I usually like to do, I like to roast some garlic. I'm not doing that this time, but I put it in the oven and then I squeeze the garlic out. That's how I make garlic mashed potatoes. But I'll show you the process. Mashed potatoes, whatever extra you do, that's what you do. Make your mashed potatoes yummy. Make sure they have lots of flavor. And sometimes I'll use my adobo and my mashed potatoes, and I love garlic, so I'm disappointed I don't even have any garlic to put in. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start working on my meatballs. I'll show you how I make my meatballs. Okay, use whatever meat works for you. Matter of fact, use the frozen pack of meatballs if that's what you, if you having a big party, go to Sam's Club or Costco and get you the big bag of meatballs, but then make your own gravy. make your own gravy. I'll show you how I make my gravy. I've made it before. Gravy is very easy to make. What I'm using turkey. Use ground beef. If that's what you like, use ground beef. It really doesn't matter. I don't know, I just like ground turkey. I use the ground turkey. And then I'm using Italian sausage. And for some reason, I always mix the two together. You know, so it's not because I don't eat pork or beef. No, when I do my meatballs, I'm using turkey. Once in a blue moon, I'll use beef, but I'm also mixing in Italian sausage with it. But I prefer turkey for my meatballs. But it doesn't matter, use whatever you like, okay? Use venison, use whatever you like. But then I'm just gonna put the same seasonings that I use on everything I cook. My Sazon packet looks like this. I put Sazon on everything. Onion powder, garlic powder, not salt, and the adobo. The adobo is like salt. The adobo is my salt. And then I'm gonna use some Italian breadcrumbs in my meatballs. So I'm just gonna put it together, no specific measurements. For that, I'll probably use a tablespoon of everything. Maybe a teaspoon of the adobo, maybe a teaspoon of the adobo and a tablespoon of the onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. And you can make them spicy if you want. Put some cayenne pepper, but my kids, they're not big on spice. And some pepper, whatever else you season yours with. But the onion powder, the garlic powder, those are your freebies, and I usually freehand it. But the adobo, that is your salt, so you gotta monitor that. So that's what I'm putting in. I'm just gonna put it together, honey, okay? But to save time, if you're having a lot of people over, get the frozen meatballs, but make your own gravy. I'll show you how to make my gravy. I've showed you guys before, but I'll show you again. Okay, so let's get this going. Okay, so let's get this going. Hey, and let me tell you something. It's really the presentation of this meal that really takes it to a whole new level. It's the presentation. It just makes it taste better. You just feel good eating it. Okay, let's go. Remember, don't come for me for my pots and pans, honey. My pots and pans work just fine. When I'm ready to buy some pots and pans, I'll buy some pots and pans. But right now, these will have to do. They're just fine. They cook just fine. The food be good. Just say it's a seasoned pot, okay? All my pots and pans are seasoned. They're broken in. They're well taken care of. They're well used. No one's hungry around here. All right, let's get to these meatballs. Here we go. And we do this just so the meatballs will roll off the pan. And I would say you want to use maybe a tablespoon. So, you know, the size of a meatball. What is this, about a 1 inch diameter? 1 1/4? And then I kind of cup my hand like that. They do not have to be perfect, but if you're planning for a party, just take your time with this process. Or you can make them a little smaller too, depending on how much time and how many little helpers you have. Make sure they wash their hands first, child. So now what I'm going to do is use a little bit of oil. I'm going to use some bacon grease. Clinton, my son, used all the oil for some cooking experiment he did. But thank God for the bacon grease from this morning. So just use a little bit of oil. I'm just going to sear them because what'll happen, it'll cook the rest of the way in the gravy. So they don't have to be cooked all the way through. Okay? So it's okay, now that we have all our meatballs done, yay, we are almost there. I cooked them a little longer to expedite this process a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is make a quick gravy. Gravy is easy. Use a little bit of oil, some flour, water. When I make gravy, I use cold water. I don't know why, I think I learned it somewhere. And I make my gravy with bouillon cubes. So I use Knorr's chicken. I put that in my gravy, and I use browning. Sometimes it's called Gravy Master. And I'll put like a tablespoon of this in my gravy. It's really coloring. It doesn't really add that much flavor. But my kids won't eat white gravy. They just don't like the look of it. And I grew up with this, or Gravy Master. And I can never find it in a grocery store. So whenever I see it, when I'm not looking for it, and I'm looking for like corn or something else, and I just see it, I just pick it up. I never like to run out of this. So I always keep this in the house. One time I had 3 bottles in the house at one time. Okay. Let's make this gravy, and you'll see I can't tell you amounts, measurements. I'm probably going to use a half a cup of flour. I'm going to use the drippings from the meatballs. Remember, this is a little bacon grease. You can use fresh, a little bit of fresh grease, maybe 3 tablespoons or so. And this is half a cup of flour. Yeah, that's all I need. So I'll cook the flour down a little. Yeah. And that's my full half a cup. I turn mine into crumbles. Okay. Cold water. Put in a little at a time. For about 20 minutes and your mashed potatoes are done. So in about another 10 minutes, heat the mashed potatoes back up, turn the fire on medium. In the last 10 minutes of your meatballs cooking, you can start to put everything together. Put it together, honey. So 10 more minutes, honey, your party's jumping. Okay, stay tuned. Now that our potato-tinis are done, this is the grand finale. Glasses, I got them from the dollar store, and I think I bought 24 of them. You can get them at a low price from the dollar store. Oh my god. And I have 5 meatballs. So let me try with the meatball. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, it's so good. It's affordable, and the presentation, it makes it taste better because it's in a martini glass. My meatballs are perfect. And you can always, I have a heating tray, and you can do meatballs, your mashed potatoes, or 2 kinds of meatballs. You can do beef, turkey, and your mashed potatoes for the people who don't eat beef, for the people who don't eat pork. So you got your, because my warmer comes with three containers. And then for those who just want a traditional, so this is like a baked potato, but it's mashed potatoes. I have sour cream on here, my cheese, mix it all together, and my bacon. Oh my god. I know I forgot my green onions. Put some green onions on top of here. And your green onions. This is good. I don't know which one is. They both good. Well, please give this video a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a way to entertain guests, make it look appealing. You're within your budget. Potatoes and some meat that you probably have in the freezer. Get you a few martini glasses from the dollar store. And hunty, the presentation of it is phenomenal. Oh my God. I'm sorry, and I was hungry. And another thing I've done with these same meatballs, I get hot dog buns, and I put the meatballs on the hot dog buns and then drizzle it with gravy. Baby. It's good. Alright guys. I'll be eating both of those. I'm gonna give you some green onions though. That's what I'm gonna do. And be on the lookout for my simple deviled eggs 3 different ways. Better believe me. Until next time. Later.